Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the internet today. I am, of course, one of your two hosts himself, Odin's greatest creation, the gift of this generation, Mr. Perfection himself. And I am joined once again by my guy in the chair, the peacemaker to my vigilante, the Ned to my Spider-Man, the Frank Castle to my Matt Murdock,
Ugh.
Mr. Magic Fingers himself. How you doing today, man? You had some time to sleep over. How we feeling?
I have to say I agree with a lot of the internet.
Yeah, and that's something I don't do a lot. Because I
A lot
think,
of the internet is upset about
yeah,
last night,
yeah, a lot of people are upset. A lot of
and
people
I
are
can't
upset.
blame them.
And no, you can't blame them, rightfully so. Um, I will say, one thing. I was on TikTok last night. Right after the show ended, I was in here uploading the review of night one. Um, and there was a guy on TikTok, um, who was like, "Yeah, Seth Rollins and Gunther was like really bad. There was seven bad matches tonight. Uh, there was just, it made no sense. The finish didn't make any sense or whatever." And I was like, "Dude, that was the best match of the night." Like,
Yeah, no, I can agree with the a lot of things didn't make sense last night, but if he's claiming that the match with Gunther and Rollins was a bad match, what are you smoking, dude?
yeah, you gotta go back and check yourself. But this video is our predictions for night two. We're really hoping that night two is a lot better than night one, and I feel like it has the potential to be. Um, Especially with that ladder match. If the rumor mills are true, man, oh my gosh. So the rumor going around right now, it's not confirmed. We don't know. These are just sources right now, but it is rumored that Leon Slater is going to be added to that ladder match, and I can see him doing a Swanton 450 off a giant ass ladder right now in my head. Um, I think that'll add to it.
If it's true,
Hmm,
him, Javon Evans,
Penta.
Dragon Lee,
Hmm.
and JD McDonough are gonna put on one hell of a high flyer show.
Yeah, and you got to think about Penta too.
I can't disagree. I can't throw him out of the equation, but when you look at his recent injuries, I don't see him going as serious high risk as the other four do on a normal basis.
Yeah,
But then again, that big ass head of JD's might throw him off a little bit too. So we'll see if he can balance it out.
yeah. I mean that to me, honestly, um, it's probably the match I'm other than the main event tonight that I'm looking forward to the most. Just because of the people that are involved.
Yeah,
Now, granted, this is going to be on free television. For those of you who don't know, it'll be on ESPN one today, or is it still on ESPN?
ESPN too. I think they're still
ESPN.
using ESPN too.
Okay,
No, I'm sorry, live on ESPN. My bad, my bad.
Okay, all right. Um, also,
Last night ESPN too.
also kicking off the show tonight, is Penta, not Penta, but Brock and Oba. So they're giving us something right at the start where I'm just like,
And they're going to step it up big time after where last night went. But before we continue, um, I want to take a time to say condolences to Ryback. Saw that his mom passed away,
yeah,
and that truly sucks. Whatever your feelings of Ryback, for ever watching this, when you lose a family member, it sucks no matter what. So
yeah,
I don't care if you're the biggest villain, you're the biggest baby face. Um, you lose family that, especially your mom, that
yeah,
that hits hard. So condolences to him for that. And to go back to last night real quick, the the belt hitting Cody in the face
yeah.
did a number on him.
Did you see his eye?
And then the punt after that added to it because of
Yeah,
the exact same spot. And Randy broke character to check on him.
yeah,
But I really feel bad for Randy
Yeah.
because of how much they were trying to make him the biggest heel that we remember him for. But the fans never turned on him, and they still had him lose the match last night.
Yeah. I mean, it's look, man, if this whole back injury is a thing, right? He had fusion surgery in his
Yeah,
back.
no, he had legit surgery on it.
I'm scared for the fans and for me because growing up, Randy Orton was the biggest heel for me. I'm scared that was Randy Orton's last WrestleMania, and I don't want him to go out like
I don't
that
want it to end like that.
because he, regardless of how bad that match was last night, and like I said, it wasn't a terrible match. It picked up towards the end, um,
Hmm.
but they could have done so much better if this whole Pat McAfee shit wasn't involved.
And you know who was in the crowd last night?
No, who was it?
The man we expected to show up and be a part of that main event that never did. He was actually there last night.
Oh yeah, you did.
He
Oh
was in the crowd. There's video of him walking around, but he was never involved, which is a real bummer. He paid a ticket to go see it, to be a part of it as a fan, but
yeah.
not actually get in it in the story. And I'm really bummed about that.
Hey man, we still got Friday. You never know.
But it would have made more sense for the story for it to be at Mania.
Yeah,
But
it would have been.
it could be more of a story to come up for next week.
Yeah.
But
Sorry guys, hang on. I'm just texting my wife. So if I'm
we're
not
good. So let's get into the first match, which we know is going to be either Oba and Brock or the IC ladder match. So between the big behemoths, I hope they reinforce the ring
yeah.
because we saw last night how that ring was moving a little bit when there was some action going on. But who do you got, man? Oba or Brock?
It's tricky because the rumor mill going around is that Brock and Paul don't want him losing anything until SummerSlam. They don't want him losing. But I feel that if you don't put Oba over, then that's going to hurt him a lot. Now, in the sense, if he goes out there and he comes this close to beating Brock Lesnar, it'll add to it. But at the same time, we have to build the next Brock Lesnar. Brock's out the door come August. And there will never be another human being like Brock Lesnar on this planet ever again. But in terms of monster, that is just a beast. We need to build that person up. And I believe that next person to take Brock's spot is Obafemi. Um, so
There needs to be a
my
legitimate passing of the torch.
yeah. So my brain tells me Brock, right? Because I know how WWE does. But my heart tells me Obafemi. So I'm gonna go with my heart and say Obafemi gets the win over Brock Lesnar.
I have to agree. I mean, I can't see any logical conclusion
Yeah.
that is not Obafemi winning that match. I really can't. But the ladder match, if we get the new edition, I can honestly say I don't care who wins
No.
because,
Anybody
well, I don't mean that disrespectfully to anyone
no.
in that match.
Because anybody that wins here, I'll be happy with.
And they damn well deserve it because you know they're going to go through absolute mayhem and hell to get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The the fact that you have someone who is not a high flyer, never been considered a high flyer in Rusev, but we know the powerhouse that he is.
Yeah.
Who do I want to see win it? I want to see Javon Evans.
Yes.
Honestly, though, I wouldn't be upset if they finally give a solo belt to JD McDonough.
Yeah.
And with the way that the Judgment Day, I really don't see them surviving after the weekend. Even though after everything happened last night, and I'm including tomorrow night Raw into this weekend because it's
Hmm.
all gonna be wrapped up in one story.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset if JD won it.
No.
As much as I give him shit all the time for the big head and whatnot, I mean, he is still a very, very entertaining, exciting wrestler.
Yeah.
And his time has come, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But I'm either going to say it's Javon or JD.
So I'm either gonna say it's Javon or it's Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
because honestly, Drew, you give it to anybody in this match and it'll make sense. I'm not gonna be upset. Um, I think Rusev has earned it. You know, him coming back and um, I don't think he's never held it to my knowledge. I think he would do great things with it. I think JD would do good things with it. Um, but my only problem with JD is I don't want that IC title. And like we said, we don't see the Judgment Day surviving. But just in case they do, I don't want that IC title anywhere near the Judgment Day. I mean, it's been in the Judgment Day for
Ooh. But what
years.
if the Judgment Day men leave and it's now just a women's faction?
I could see that. Yeah. Um,
I mean, you got the Liv and Dominic situation still, but
yeah.
if it's more the story is based on the women for a while.
Yeah. I could see it. So with my heart, I'm gonna go with my bouncy boy. You know, my boy Jay Malachi, also known as Javon Evans, gonna get the win here, and I think it's gonna be one of the highlights of the weekend.
Holy shit, I just realized that out of there's only 6 matches tonight. 2 of them are going to be in the first hour.
Yeah,
So that's going to be interesting. Probably a lot more commercials tonight.
yeah, that's a problem
When
that I
paying
see.
attention last night, there was 67 minutes of commercials, 50 some minutes of actual like entrance time, and then there was just a little bit more of actual wrestling to complete your entire
Yeah,
beginning to end show.
and I
But I
see
just
that.
realized there are 3 call ups from NXT. They're on night 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oba, Trick, and Javon.
Yeah,
What if all 3 of them win?
yeah, I can see it. Um, that's actually that would be perfect. I see people complaining about the commercial time on last night on the internet, and it's a viable
Me
complaint.
included. It should have just been on Netflix if it was going to have that many commercials.
Yes, it is. It is my complaint. But the counteraction of that, Drew, we grew up where you had to pay for your pay-per-views, right? It was 50, $60. So the downside of that is if we don't have commercials, we'll have to go back to spending 50, $60 on a pay-per-view. And I don't want that. So, you
Yeah,
know,
but we also had to haul ass to go do something, go get some food, go to the bathroom, and come back. And you had to have somebody that stayed in front of the TV the entire time to let everybody else in the area know it's back on. Hurry up, let's go. So honestly, I'd much rather have that than a third of the whole pay-per-view being commercials.
yeah, I can agree with that. But like I said, I'm gonna go with Javon for that ladder match. Um,
Okay.
or Rey Mysterio, one of those two.
Okay. All right. Next, we have the Demon versus Dirty Dom.
I am so excited for this just because I'm a Balor mark. I love Finn. I love the Demon. I think it's the second most creative character we've ever seen in wrestling history. Um, I don't see the Demon losing, and if he does, what the fuck? Um, I think it's a no-brainer that Finn absolutely beats the shit out of Dominic tonight. Because the Demon has only been beaten, I believe, uh, 3 times on the main roster. And he only got beat in NXT once, and that was by Samoa Joe in a cage match.
I have a feeling Dirty Dom is winning this match
Mm,
because of how last night went, and with Liv winning the title,
yeah,
they're going to try to say they are the power couple on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And it will most likely send Finn Balor to SmackDown.
Yeah, man, but like I said, like if this was regular Finn, I would probably agree with you. But just because of the demon aspect, and you need to,
Right, right. But I think he wins because of some kind of interference, distraction, or something, the cheat to win mentality. That's what causes Dom to win.
all right, that's a.
So
I didn't expect you to go that way, but I'm sticking with Finn. I think they're going to protect the demon, and I think they're finally going to move away from this Dominic and Finn thing, and hopefully,
I want to be proven wrong.
yes,
But after last night, I just have this feeling that's the way they're going to go.
yeah.
So the next match, it's either going to be Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill or Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. So let's just say Trick versus Sami.
I think this is a no-brainer as well. I think Trick gets the U.S. title. He's too over. He is really over. Honestly, like that crowd loves them some Trick. Um, I don't like Sami Zayn as a performer. I think he's a B plus player, like Stephanie McMahon said in her um, Hall of Fame induction. Uh, so I don't see him beating Trick because Trick has all the momentum in the world. Uh, and Sami Zayn needs to put some respect on them lemon pepper steppers because they're gonna get put right in his fucking face tonight. And Trick's gonna raise that U.S. title over his head.
This is going to be an interesting night because I don't agree with you.
Mm,
I think that they're going to put on a hell of a match.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong on that. But I have a feeling the background story they've been having with Mello, he interferes and causing Sami Zayn to retain. Then it's a triple threat at Backlash. So it's then Sammy, Trick, and Mello, and that's where Trick will win it. But for tonight, I think it's going to be Sami Zayn retaining.
Okay. All right. I see that. Okay. I see your thought process.
So with that being said, Rhea versus Jade.
Look, this is gonna be y'all's piss break match. Honestly, it really is. Um, I don't care about this match, and it's not no disrespect to Rhea Ripley, but number one, this build for this has been absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
Um, Jade Cargill with the belt has been absolute dog shit. Um, and with Bianca, if Bianca wasn't pregnant, congratulations, by the way, I would say Cargill retains because I think your big money match at the end of the day will be Bianca versus Jade. Um, but with her being pregnant and stuff, I think Rhea becomes champion tonight.
I think going forward, the belt will actually get defended more often if it's Rhea instead of Jade.
Yeah.
So I'm also saying Rhea.
Okay.
All right. And now we've come to the main event. Before we get to the main event, though, last night attendance was at 50,000 people.
Yeah.
Do you think night two is more or less than 50,000 than night one? That's going to be our bet for tonight.
I think they're gonna be very similar, but I think just because honestly, man, the build for these matches, except for Cargill and whatever, and the ladder match hasn't really had a build other than Penta said I want to defend my title at WrestleMania in the ladder match. Um, I think more people would want to watch night two than night one. Um, and I know 90% of the people that are there bought the two night package, but I do think there's going to be just a smidge more on night two than there was night one.
All right. So we had 50,000 last night,
Hmm.
just under 51,000. Adding the extra with the announcement from Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations. So are you saying 51, 52,000 or more?
I'm gonna say right at the same amount as last night, but maybe just a little bit more. So Not
Like
like a
50?
whole, not like a whole nother thousand or whatever, but yeah, right around like 51, 52.
All right. I'm going to say 53 to 54.
Damn.
But this main event,
Mm-hmm.
well, another thing before we get to the main event,
Mm-hmm.
how many times do you think that the commentators' tables are going to get destroyed tonight?
I would say anywhere between 3 and 4 times.
3 to 4?
3 to 4.
I mean, there's only 6 matches, so
Yeah.
yeah, 3 to 4 sounds good. Because
Yeah.
they did 3 last night of just the English, and they cleared the Spanish speaking announce table, but I don't remember actually getting destroyed.
No, it was never.
All right. All right. Well, now let's get to the actual main event. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Man, Drew, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for this match. I think the build has been one of the best since WrestleMania 40 with Cody and Roman. I really, really enjoyed the build to this match because um, Roman was consistent on showing up, which surprised me. Um, their back and forth have just been insanely good.
Yeah,
Um, and a few years ago, Roman Reigns couldn't cut a promo to save his fucking life.
that is true.
And now him being this tribal chief. I don't know if you guys saw the clip of him cutting that promo in the car. Oh my God. And he said, I can't remember, he was on some talk show. And this is how cocky and amazing the tribal chief is. He said, I'm the only motherfucker in this business that gets paid like I throw a football. Roman Reigns is going to go down as one of the greatest characters slash draws in the history of this business. Roman Reigns is right up there with Hulk Hogan for the most main events at WrestleMania. Arguably, he is Mr. WrestleMania at this point. So I'm really excited for this. I know how this is going to go. I know that there's probably going to be some interference to help my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief, but you can't do it on your own, like Drew said last night. I just I don't know. This one's tricky, but I think Roman Reigns takes that belt from CM Punk tonight.
You did see where he stated that if he doesn't win the belt, that'd be his last match.
I don't think okay, so I did see that. So I don't think that that'll be his last match, but I think he'll go if he doesn't win tonight, he'll go away for a long time. I'm talking maybe a year to 2 years where we don't see Roman Reigns and he just focuses on Hollywood. Um, and I can see that because I think I think Street Fighter is going to make a lot of money. It looks good. It looks great, and I think that's going to be the movie that puts Roman Reigns on the map when it comes to acting. I think he's going to do great as Akuma. Um, so I don't know. There could be a possibility where Punk retains, but I don't see where we go if he does. I don't see who's next in line. I don't see who's next in line if he loses. Um, so I'm sticking, even with that statement from Roman, I'm sticking with Roman.
As personal as this one became, I really, really hope that Punk can prove everyone right.
That'd be nice.
That the Samoan bloodline, as powerful as they are, aren't worth a damn by themselves.
Mm, yeah,
Because, like I said before, I completely agree with Punk, and I cannot stand the way they've been doing the Samoan heritage storyline.
yeah,
So I'm Definitely choosing Punk tonight.
Yep.
Do I want to be proven wrong? No, not on this one. I want to be proven right. Now, if Reigns wins this with no interference, no special bloodline rules or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat my words. I'll gladly eat my words. You'll prove me wrong in that aspect. But as we've seen in the past, you mention anyone in their family, and it's like a switch of hatred just all of a sudden flips on.
Yeah.
And to me, that's all the proof I need to know that there's going to be interference like crazy in this match. And it might be interference from those Samoans you don't expect. I don't think it's going to be just the Usos coming in. I think Solo might be trying to step in somewhere, or one of the MFTs might come out and try to surprise one to with the conflict and whatnot they've had.
Yep.
I doubt The Rock is showing up, but this would be one hell of a time for Zilla to show up as well.
Oh, good God.
And
Would that
that is what I think. If Roman wins it, it's because Zilla has showed up.
will you be okay with that?
Oh no, I'm still gonna be proven right that
Yeah, you'll still
he
be proven
can't
right.
do it by himself. But I'm really hoping Punk wins this.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from, but I love Punk. Punk's my favorite wrestler of all time. That's something that I've never shied away from. Even when he was gone for 10 years, I screamed his name to the top of my lungs. Um, you know what? I'm hoping I'm going to make a prediction, and I hope I'm right. I hope Punk comes out to his old Ring of Honor theme song.
That would that would be nice because they and that's the other thing we're hoping tonight is the main event entrances are more WrestleMania inspired than Raw and SmackDown inspired.
Yeah. Last night
Because we didn't have much of that last night.
we had a couple good entrances last night. I think Seth
Rollins
Rollins
was amazing.
had a banger. I think Cody Rhodes was probably the best entrance of the night. Um, and just because of sentimental stuff, I didn't catch it. I don't know how I didn't catch it. I think Alexa Bliss, his entrance and what it was supposed to be. Um, that after I saw that, I cried
Yeah,
because um, to know that it's been almost 3 years since we've lost Bray Wyatt, and people are still saying, "Hey, brother, we see you, we remember you, and we love you." That makes me smile. And I hope that people continue to shout him out because, man, that's the one downfall that I hated about Cena's heel turn. Dude, if Bray Wyatt was still around, oh my God. Dude, think about I study Bray Wyatt's promos religiously. Always have and always will. I still go back and listen to all of them occasionally. He, everything he said in 2014 leading up to WrestleMania 30 came true. When it comes to Cena. He sold his soul. He turned on the people. He did what benefited him at the time. And Bray said it all. And so if Bray would have still been here, oh my God, the promos that those two would have had, good grief. Um, but you're right. I do hope tonight is better. I think Roman Reigns is going to have a crazy entrance. I think CM Punk is going to pull something out. Um,
speaking of entrance, how long do you think it's going to take Obafemi to walk all the way to the ring with his strut?
so I'm not going to lie to you. I hope it's at least uh 2 to 3 minutes because number one, it's his first WrestleMania. How many people do you know? He's been on this roster, what, 2 months? And he's already arguably in a WrestleMania main event caliber match. That shows me, number one, that Triple H loves him
Oh, got a lot of faith in him.
and that knows that he's over. I've never seen somebody, maybe AJ Styles, because when AJ Styles came over, he got over instantly because
Yep.
everybody knew who he was. But since AJ, I can't remember somebody getting as over as fast as Obafemi has. I mean, people that didn't even watch NXT knew who the fuck Obafemi was just because of that strut.
Yep.
And the memes that are created because of it are hilarious. I saw one the other day that I swear to God, it made me crack up so hard. It was, you know, the dude just had a kid, and he was like me strutting to the delivery room, knowing that my son made his debut, and he was doing the Oba walk.
Right.
It was brilliant. I thought it was great. Yeah, man. I'm hoping in this match. I hope you're proven. I hope you're proven right. And you know how much I love Roman Reigns. You know how much my wife loves Roman Reigns. I mean, my wife is borderline unhealthily obsessed with my tribal chief. Um, but even she, you know, um, doesn't want to see him need help. And I don't think they need to prove that he doesn't need help because at the end of the day, realistically, Roman Reigns in a realistic fight don't need help. So if he does need help here tonight, which he probably will get because it's WWE's booking and we know how they work, that diminishes his character a little bit for me
Totally.
because I love you, my tribal chief. I will always acknowledge you, my tribal chief. But you're going in there, number one, in my opinion, other than Paul Heyman, the greatest on the microphone in the history of this business. If you prove him right, then you calling him a hypocrite and saying you hate him and you allowed him to come back. You're proving the hypocrite that you hate so much right. So I'm still sticking with Roman, but I hope that I'm proven wrong. Like, you hope you're proven right. I hope I'm proven wrong when I say, yeah, Roman's going to need help to do this. Um, I think it's going to be one of the best matches of the night. I think it's going to save this weekend. In terms of, but if not, honestly, uh, Seth Rollins and Gunther saved this weekend for me,
Yeah.
honestly, because through all the bullshit, through all the, shit that we've had go on, that's the match that I'll remember for a long time.
Yep.
So to me, honestly, through all this bullshit, just seeing Seth and Gunther was worth, the bullshit that we went through last night. And I'm hoping that Roman and Punk give me that same feeling tonight. So I'm gonna stick with Roman, but I'm very excited for this match, and I can't wait to see it.
I'm
And
just curious with all the surprise returns last night,
yeah,
who could be there tonight?
I don't know, man, but they need to do something. Like there's not enough people injured.
And the fact there's fewer matches tonight.
Yes,
Once that first hour is done, there's only four matches.
yeah,
And that last match is going to be 45 minutes, an hour easily.
yeah. So, and another thing I want to bring up to you, do you remember me saying that the Stephanie and Liv match um went felt a little bit rushed? Do you know how long that match went?
What, 10 minutes, if that?
6 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yeah.
Cody and Randy went 22-32. What the hell?
Yeah, there was really only 50 some minutes of total in ring action last night.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Like we said last night, we had the return of Paige. I think that's probably going to be the only return we get um,
Mm.
because it was so monumental, and it really was. She's a breath of fresh air that this women's division, not just the tag division, but this women's division desperately needs.
Who else could interfere potentially in the Punk match to screw Punk out of the title?
McIntyre.
McIntyre's left to go do filming.
Yeah. Damn. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, no, because that would have happened. That would have happened last night if that was going to happen. It would make no sense. Well, actually, it would. What if Ethan Page shows up?
I mean, we do have a lot of NXT talent showing up tonight.
Yeah.
Because, I'm thinking with there only being one women's match tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Sol Roca showed up.
That would be nice.
That would be extremely amazing.
Yeah, it would be. Um, just one thing I want to cover, and I know we already covered it. Um, Cody Rhodes got fucked up last night.
Yeah,
Like, if
he's
you
in
guys,
concussion protocol right now.
yeah,
He's
if
not
you
even at the event tonight.
no, because he's legit probably concussed. His eyeball was swelled shut. His right eyeball was swelled shut. And I don't know if that's from the belt shot because Randy laid that motherfucker in, or if that was from the actual punt.
It might have been a combo
Yeah.
because they're not saying when exactly. Um,
He's gonna be cleared.
yeah, I
So
doubt he'll be there Monday night.
I will say, well, I don't think he'll be there Monday night either because he's typically on SmackDown anyway. Um, I feel like that visual saved the ending of that match for
Oh
me.
yeah, oh
Um,
yeah,
now
that was the
granted,
only real part of that match.
yeah, the granted that match was still um kind of really bad and only had like a good um the last part, like the last sequences that we went through.
Yeah,
But seeing that video of Cody backstage being like helped, um, that saved him, like him walking up the ramp. I was thinking about it last night, but it makes all the character sense in the world, right? Like, yes, it's supposed to be this devastating move, but that's also Dusty Rhodes' kid. So him having the willpower and just enough strength to get up that ramp by himself makes all the sense in the world. And with that visual, I don't think they diminished the punt at all. That he, God, guys, if you haven't seen the pictures of Cody Rhodes, go Google them right now because they are horrific. Um, we are notoriously Cody Rhodes haters on this podcast, but I'm not speaking to Cody Rhodes when I say this. I'm speaking to Cody Reynolds. I hope you're okay, man. I really do. Thank you for putting on the best show you and Randy thought that you could. Um, thank you for giving your heart and soul because you always do. As much as I don't like your character and I think you're the worst champion of all time, I appreciate the stuff you do for us because, dude, his daughter had to go backstage and look at him and see him like that. And he did that for us. So,
yep,
all kudos to Cody Rhodes. Your match still sucked, but I don't blame Cody or Randy. I think both of them were frustrated in this story, and I could tell last night. I could tell by the way they moved, by the way Randy was acting. I feel like they know that this could have been better, and they're just so good company men that granted, both of them had the power to say, yeah, that's stupid, and I'm not doing that. But at the end of the day, they do it because that's what they've always been taught. You just do your job. Um, both of them. Randy's father has never been a politician backstage. Never. Dusty Rhodes was never a politician. He was always, yeah, I'll do that, boss. Whatever you need me to do. And I think both of them, that's ingrained in their DNA. I could see the frustration just oozing off of both of them because they had a great match with what they were given. So for that, I'll give them credit. I don't blame them for the way that WrestleMania ended last night. I don't even blame Triple H because at the end of the day, yes, he is the a guy over creative, but at the end of the day, it has to get approved by a fucking billionaire that hasn't never took a bump in his life. It has to get approved by these people at TKO, and I don't even blame Triple H. I think Triple H is doing the best with what he's got. Um, Granted, that does not mean defending that finish. It was fucking terrible. One of the worst things I've ever seen. One of the worst Mania main events I've ever seen. But I don't blame the parties involved. I blame corporate for that. Um, so yeah. With that being said, Drew, I think we've covered
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Hold up.
hold up.
I had something pop in my head while you were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I think Sami Zayn is actually going to retain tonight He's going to get attacked by Kevin Owens,
Hmm.
or Kevin Owens comes out to help him, and they do the best friend thing again.
I can see that, man, but with because as we know, Mania is still on for Saudi next year, right? And I think they give us that whole redemption arc through the year, where Sami Zayn just keeps getting beat and beat and beat and beat, kind of like
Yeah,
Cody did in when he lost to Roman the first time, and they build him up slowly. And I think Sami Zayn wins the world title next year at Mania if it still happens in Saudi Arabia. I think Sami wins the 2020 7 Royal Rumble, and I think he wins the title at Mania. For that reason, I don't think he wins tonight. Just because, dude, you can't deny. Like, I know you're not the biggest trick guy in the world. You stated on multiple occasions you think he's a little bit annoying. Um,
yeah. The a bit of it does get over for me after a while,
yeah,
but
but
it's his gimmick with Little Yachty that I'm not a fan of right now.
forgot about Lil Yachty being involved, man. I think, with that being said, I'm gonna add to my prediction for that match. I think he's gonna come out with the gingerbread man like he did on Friday, and in the gingerbread suit, it's gonna be Little Yachty, and Little Yachty's gonna cost Sami Zayn the match. I think that's what's going to happen. Kind of like the prime bottle for the last couple
Yeah,
of years with Logan Paul. That's exactly
yeah,
what's going to happen. I just thought about that. Um, but I think we've covered everything, right?
yeah, yeah. Again, I'm just hoping that tonight's a lot better than last night. But I have a
Man,
feeling it's going to be finished a lot sooner than last night, though, because there'll be probably more commercials than last night. Because there's a match less. There's one match less tonight than it was last night.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure.
yeah. It's going to be one hell of uh, uh, a show. I think it's going to make up for last night. I think it really is. Just because I think there's the potential to have really good matches tonight. And last night's card was really weak. I've said leading up to WrestleMania that
Yeah.
night two was going to be better than night one anyway. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking close this out because I gotta go take a shower and it's almost 5 o'clock. That's an hour before Mania starts. I had a little bit of technical issues with the ESPN, so I gotta get that figured out. I gotta log into another. By the way, that's one thing that annoys me. I'm gonna talk about that. ESPN, man, what the hell? Why y'all
I
do this to us?
I don't know. It's all for money.
It makes me angry, man. They're doing the Netflix treatment where you can't. So it's no secret that me and you both have ESPN plus. Um, you know, through the professor. We all kind of share the thing. And you can't be on the same app anymore. I don't know if it's where, because I have it logged in on my phone and on my PlayStation. I don't know where JR's got it logged in at. I know you have it logged in on your TV. I don't know if it's where there's too many people on the same account and it's just saying, hey, one of y'all got to get off. Because you used to do that with
It's
Netflix. When Netflix,
probably some location.
yeah,
Probably based off location.
yeah, YouTube TV. I have YouTube TV through my dad, and they live in Florida. So, um, you have 3 months on YouTube TV that you can watch it from a different place, but then you have to log in on your home, like where you're actual from,
Right.
and then you can have that another 3 months or whatever. So I don't know if it's that, but man, it sucked last night. I missed the entirety of the Yasha Speed match because I was too busy trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, and I caught the very end of it where he jumped through the table.
Yep.
I was highly irritated last night. Um, yeah, man. So, um, that to me is frustrating. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, guys. I'll get this up really quick and then I'm gonna go take a shower and then we'll be watching the show together like we did last night. So we hope you guys enjoy your Mania Sunday. We love you guys and stay tuned because I think we're gonna do what we did last night. Because I don't think this show will go off at like midnight. I think it'll go off right about the same time it did last night.
Yeah.
So you guys will get a review of night two at 12 tomorrow. which is Monday, and then your regular episode on next Saturday or next Monday as well. So see you
Yep,
guys
let's
then,
do it.
and hope you guys enjoy your Mania Sunday.